What is going down? Reporting from Houston. So you read the title right. A lot of women do not like sexually attractive and confident men, and you might be scratching your head as the casual viewer that you are, and you might be saying to yourself, well, damn, isn't that what all of these manosphere channels talk about? Hell, isn't that what I talk about? Isn't that what Tarek talks about? And as a matter of fact, before I even start, this is Tarek Talks. You guys could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. So let's get into why a lot of these young ladies, especially the kind of narcissistic types, don't like when a dude is sexually attractive and he's confident. And this is the main crux of what all of these channels are telling you guys. This is what I tell you guys. Build yourself up. Hop in that gym. Get yourself looking get yourself looking like a man solid, and get yourself acting like a man, kind of standing up for what you believe in, kind of sounding off some of your opinions, some of the things that you might find that go against what your boundaries are, and all of this good stuff. Kind of being confident. And confidence sounds cliche, but guess why it's so cliche? Guess why people keep talking about confidence over and over again? We all hear about the whole thing about just saying just have confidence is cliche. It is cliche. Do you know why? Because it works, because it's a fact, because it's something that's been proven time and time again to get men what they want. Because when you're confident in something, you know that, hey, look, you're not really shaken up by what other people say too much. Now, we're all humans, right? I'm not going to say we're all perfect and we're all these dudes that are just like, oh, I'm so stoic and I'm just a major alpha that doesn't care about what no one thinks. I'm not saying that, because we all care to a certain extent. But with a guy that's confident, especially when we're talking about sexual attraction in women, even if, a chick does him wrong, or even if a chick is trying to belittle him or act like she's better than him, like how a lot of chicks, a little amount of them, okay, not all of them, but a good amount of them, they try to act like the dude should just be subservient to them. But guys with confidence, even if they get shaken up a little bit, they're going to bounce back. They're going to be like, nah, I'm not with this. They're going to be like, no, I don't agree with that, and you're tripping, right? As opposed to a guy that really doesn't have confidence, he's going to get rejected a couple of times. He's going to have a couple of bad experiences with women, and he's going to completely just not believe in himself. That's the difference. A dude with confidence might get shaken up one or two times in his life, but he's still going to bounce back. He's still going to do what he wants. And the thing about it is, he knows that other women want him, right? He knows that he has options, unlike a lot of other men. Let's be honest. Let's talk about brutal honesty here. A lot of guys just do not have options like that. They just don't have options to pick and choose from like that. And when I say options, I'm not even really talking about a slew of like 20 women and shit like that. I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about, hey, look, he gets attention where he goes, right? He gets that sort of attention on a regular basis, to the point where he's like, okay, I know what I'm capable of. I'm confident in my skill. Just like basketball, just like Kobe, just like Michael Jordan. A huge reason why they won all of their games is because they were confident. A huge reason why they were so successful, and they were titans of sports. Kobe, Mike Tyson, Mike Jordan, all of those dudes. A huge reason why they were so good is because they knew it. They're like, I know I'm the shit. And a lot of guys that are sexually attractive, they can kind of come off that way. And the reason why a lot of chicks don't like that is because now he's taking from their shine. Now they see that the tables turn, because a lot of these chicks, they come in a situation feeling like, oh, I'm the one that needs all the admiration. I'm the one that has all the options. A lot of these chicks, we hear it in songs, we hear it when they're talking. Oh, I could just replace him, right? You guys know that Beyonce song, I'm pretty sure everyone knows, To the Left. I could have another you in a minute. That's how a lot of these chicks be thinking. I can have another you in a minute. Talking like that. Oh, you know how many guys want me? How many times have you guys heard that shit before? You know how many guys want me? You know how many guys are on my DMs? All that childish bullshit. And it's real vain. It's very vain and self-centered. And that's something that they feel like they should only possess, because that's kind of a form of control. A lot of these young ladies, man, when they get with these dudes, they feel like they want to have that kind of control over them, and the way that they control them is by, I guess, quote unquote, fear. And what the fear is that, oh, all these guys want me, all these dudes are in my DMs and all that BS, all these dudes are after me, and they'll flaunt other men, in front of a guy, and just be like, yeah, you see how much I'm wanted, and they'll flaunt their little DMs and stuff. That's how they kind of flaunt their control, I guess, so to speak. Or that's how they control these guys. They control a lot of guys by fear, getting them fearful that they're gonna lose her. That's why a lot of these chicks, they've been on game for the longest. All this shit that manosphere channels talk about, like waiting the next day to reply, and don't show her too much interest, and act like you don't like her, and have flaunt other females in front of her and make her judge, all that type of stuff. They've been doing that since forever. They've been doing that crap since forever, and they feel like they're obligated. They feel like that's what they do. Like, it just comes with the territory of being a bad bee. And then, when a guy, of course, in his own masculine way, comes in and he has options and he's just confident, right? He's not even trying to be super flashy with it. He's not trying to be super gaudy with it. He just knows that he has options, and she sees that. She sees that other chicks look at him. She sees on his IG or his Snapchat or TikTok, whatever the hell social media. I don't really get into that too much, but a lot of these broads, that's their whole lives, right? They just obsess over that. They see that a lot of chicks are on there, and they see that these dudes get attention even when they're outside, and they don't like that. They don't like when a guy is sexually attractive. They love it and they hate it. They love it in a sense that they are getting their pleasure from this guy that they find sexually attractive, right? This is the type of guy that they'll do all type of freaky stuff with, threesomes, and all that type of stuff like that. That's that type of guy. But at the same time, they're not gonna like the fact that he's wanted by a lot of other chicks, right? They're not gonna like the fact that this guy is wanted by other chicks, and he kind of, in a way, isn't tripping on her. He's not tripping on her. See, this is where that kind of dislike part comes in when they're dealing with a sexually attractive man. He's not really tripping on her like that, because he knows that he could get other there's other chicks out there, and this is the type of guy that females are going to call an F-boy. They're going to call him all of these names, and not because he is an F-boy, not because he is arrogant or anything like that, but because they see that he's not really tripping on them like that. He's not drooling and foaming at the mouth. The average guy, and I saw a TikTok video just the other day that just proves what I'm saying. The average guy will beg and plead a chick to come back and beg and plead for a chick to talk to him and text him and all of that stuff. I saw a TikTok video of a chick that broke up with a guy. She broke up with him, right? And he sent her a big old box filled with Neiman Marcus and high heels and all of these expensive like expensive shit, lingerie or jewelry, stuff like that. You know, that box had a couple racks up in it, for sure, if not in the high hundreds. And this is the average guy. This is how the average guy acts. Hell, there's been dudes that pay chicks just to have a conversation. They beg and plead chicks to even have a conversation or entertain them, right? So when a guy comes in and he's like, I'm not finna do all that shit. I'm not finna do all that. And he gets intimacy relatively easily, right? He gets intimacy relatively quick from the chick. She don't make him wait like the average guy. He gets it relatively quick, and she couldn't help herself, right? All of those, you have to do this for me and you have to do that, all that stuff kind of went out the window because she couldn't help herself. She's like, oh no, this dude is one of a kind. He don't come around very much, so I gotta get with him. And then when the guy is like, okay, hey, look, if you want to bounce, because you know a lot of these chicks always threaten to, oh, I'm gonna leave and all that bullshit like that. When a guy's like, hey, look, if that's how you feel, it is what it is, right? He don't really trip too much. I mean, he might in the beginning, he might be like, damn, why you want to do that? Why we can't just stay together? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's try to work it out. But she keeps on with that, oh, I'm gonna leave bullshit. He'll be like, all right, hey, look, it is what it is. It was fun. And she knows that he can get another chick that's probably even better. And she sees like he didn't even argue. He didn't even try to get her back like that. He maybe tried one or two times, but that was it. He didn't send her a box full of high heels and lingerie and all that BS. She's like, oh, hell no, I don't like that. And the reason why they don't really like that, they don't like guys like that, is because they feel like men should be subservient, right? They feel like men should be the weaker ones that constantly beg and grovel for the chick's attention and stuff. And only a few men, let's get this straight, only a few men really have this kind of pull on females. Only a few men really have this kind of ability to do that, right? Not many guys can do this. Not many guys can just be like, okay, hey, look, you can go ahead and I'll make do. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna get more fit. I'm gonna get more healthy. I'm gonna get more mentally healthy, more physically healthy, and I'm gonna get someone better than you. And he's gonna actually do it. Not many guys are capable of that. Most guys are super thirsty and they'll cling on and hold on to dear life for the first chick that pays them any attention because they know their sexual attraction is not that high. They're not very high on a sexual market, as they call it, but mine is a little different. Most dudes base SMV on status and all that BS. I don't base mine on status and how much money you got and all that other stuff, okay? But you know, the dude has a high, he's placed up high in the market value, and she knows this. So she doesn't like that too much. She expects him to be like every other dude. She's like, damn, why didn't he beg and plead? And it's really narcissistic. You know what I mean? Like that's how this society is set up. That she expect if the guy doesn't beg and plead, she's gonna want him back just so she could feel validated. Like, oh, you know what? Let me get this dude back. And a lot of them will do some crazy stuff, like get the dude back just to dump him again and make themselves feel better. Yeah, that's how bad it gets. But with those certain type of guys that, you know, have a backbone, and that's the thing about these type of guys, they respect themselves. They respect themselves. Most guys don't. So when a chick runs into a guy that respects himself, she's super aroused. She is extremely aroused by this guy. But at the same time, in the back of her head, she's like, let me try to knock him down a notch or two, because he's a little too confident. He's a little too fit. He cares about the gym a little too much. He cares about his health and his mental health and his mental advancement a little too much. And I don't like that, because deep down inside, it's kind of threatening. And that's the main crux of why a lot of chicks don't like guys that are sexually attractive and confident, because deep down inside, they know that it's threatening. It's threatening to them that they don't have the average simpy type of guy. They don't have the average guy that's gonna beg and plead them to stay and cry and do all of this BS. And I'm not saying that a man, if you love the woman, no matter how alpha or sexually attractive or confident, that you're not gonna be hurt and try to, make things work with the chick. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that sexually attractive men wouldn't try to salvage. What I'm saying is there's a difference. There's degrees to it. The guy that's sexually attractive, like I said, he's going to be a gentleman about it. He's going to be nice and calm about it. He's going to be like, dang, let's try to talk this out. Where did it go wrong? Like, what's up? What's happening? And if she's still with that BS, oh, I'm going to get another you, and I'm hanging out with these other dudes and, doing that corny shit on social media, showing herself in clubs and all of that, getting tossed around. And at the end of the day, when the guy that's sexually attractive and confident leaves her, she's going to get ran through by a whole bunch of losers. And then the guy is going to move on to a better chick. And she's going to be stuck like, dang, I just got ran through by a whole bunch of dudes. And it's threatening. It's threatening, just like, let me use a sports analogy again. If you're going to play against Kobe, rest in peace, or you were going to play against MJ in his prime, or you were going to play nowadays against Anthony Edwards or Russell Westbrook and Jokic combo, you're going to be nervous. You're going to be like, shoot, you're going to feel a little threatened, just a little bit, because the other dudes have a high IQ. They are extremely confident and they know that they can win games. It's the same way with how these chicks step in to situations with highly desirable men. They step in with admiration and fear a little bit. They're a little fearful because they're like, dang, this dude he's able to kind of crush my ego a little bit if he decides that he don't want to stick around. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace.